Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a first impressions on the Revlon ColorStay makeup. I picked up the colour Ivory. This obviously isn't a new product by any means, but I've never purchased it. I've heard a lot about it and the 24 hours sticker up here really intrigued me. So I thought I would see if it can live up to those expectations. Now on the instructions it says to shake well, apply one area at a time, blending quickly, remove with a facial cleanser. So I'm going to shake it up. And I have heard, I've never watched any impression videos on this, but I have heard when people have used it on their channel that it dries really quick, so you have to just do bit by bit. So that is what I'm going to do. Just get my mirror. Alright, so hopefully this is the colour match for me because it is the lightest colour that they had. Ivory is usually the lightest. So yeah, it's just got a pump. It cost, I got it for $24, but it was on $10 off, so it's usually $34, which is absolutely ridiculous for a drugstore makeup. I would never ever buy this full price. $34 is just ridiculous, but I wanted to see today if it is worth that ridiculous amount of money. Alright, so I'm just going to pump a bit. Oh, it's very watery. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to start on one cheek and blend it in. So there is the difference between the redness on one side to the other. Let's chuck some on this side. I don't know if it's better to use it with the Beauty Blender or a brush. I find that with the Beauty Blender it's better for thinner foundations than thicker, so I'm not really sure the consistency of this just yet. It seems to be covering, but it's really streaky. You can see, I'll try some on my forehead. Obviously I've already done my eye makeup just to speed up the process of the video. It doesn't really seem to be sinking into my skin very well, so I'm going to go wet my Beauty Blender and see if I can get it to work a bit better with that. Okay. Okay, so this is what it looks like with one coat on. I don't think it's going to set by itself, so I definitely will have to use a setting powder for this. I'm going to see if it is buildable, and I'm going to use the Beauty Blender this time because the brush just didn't really seem to do the job. And I also found my Beauty Blender covers redness a lot better than a brush. Okay, so this is with two coats on. As you can see, there's not much redness. It's definitely become a very full coverage foundation with two coats, so it is buildable. It's definitely not natural. It's cakey as hell, especially around the nose. It's just, you can tell, you can see the makeup on there. I'm going to put some concealer on and see how this looks in a minute. Okay, so I have the rest of my makeup on, and it actually looks quite alright. It is very, very full coverage. It was slightly too light for me, so I did have to put a coloured powder over the top instead of a translucent, but that just means it's going to be perfect for winter when my natural tan has faded, which will be awesome. Okay, so this says 24-hour coverage now. Honestly, do any of you believe that? Because I don't. I definitely don't. So right now it is 12:40. I can't show you on my phone because I don't have one. But I will check back in a few hours and we'll see how the coverage is. Now I'm going to zoom you in so you can see what it looks like on my skin. Okay, so this is it close up. As you can see, it's not too bad, but it isn't, like, you can't see any of my natural skin colour or anything through, which I kind of like being able to see my naturalness through. I don't have the most problem skin, so I don't need all this full coverageness, but this is what this foundation is. I knew it was going to be really full coverage when I bought it. Probably zoom it out. So as I said before, I'll check back in a few hours and I'll put a flash photography photo in so we can see if I am shiny or have a white flashback, because it does have SPF 15 in it. So I'll insert that now. Hey everyone, so I'm just back for a quick update. It is now 4:22, so it's been, I don't even know, I'm not very good with time. So I just wanted to do a quick update. I haven't looked at myself at all yet. I have been really busy. It's been super hot, so I'm probably not looking the best. No, it's pretty bad around the nose and the forehead, but that could possibly be because of the powder. So I'm just going to take a brush and kind of try and buff this out a little bit. And excuse what's going on behind, I'm just doing a quick update before we go. Just getting ready to go. Buffing out kind of seems to work. But it's also like taking the product off. So I'm going to go in with my powder again and touch up slightly. Just so I don't look like an idiot. I'll zoom you in so I can show you what I mean by, like, it's coming off a little bit. So I don't know if you can really tell, but up here, see, it's kind of patchy and just gross. Around here, around there, it's just not the most attractive look that I could go for, but I am in a rush before the shop's shut, so I'm just gonna have to go. So I'll do one more update before I end up taking the makeup off for the day. So I am back for the third and final time. It is going to start getting dark soon, so I figured I would quickly film this because I don't have any studio lightings or anything. I just use natural light. So this is going to be my final result from this makeup. Because I got my chin. Alright, from what I can see now, so I put it on at, what was it, 2:40, and now it's nearly 6 o'clock, so it's been a total of 3 hours, something like that, which isn't really a long time at all. It feels like I've had this makeup on for a lot longer. It feels thick, it feels dry, it just feels gross. I left the house earlier and I just didn't really want anyone to look at me on the face because I just felt gross. I don't know, it's like really caked up around here, all over the nose. It's just gone really gross. I just am not liking this at all. It's like gone completely cakey everywhere. You can still see the blush, but it's gone patchy. So So I'll zoom you in. So this is it, pretty much. Excuse that, I was just wearing sunglasses.
Black.
Gone really gross around the lip. And there's it on the forehead. Now I forgot to mention earlier that I didn't put a primer on or a setting spray or anything like that because it was supposed to last for 24 hours, so I wasn't going to bother. So I wasn't going to bother doing that when it claims to be so long lasting. But honestly, this is not a summer product at all. I just wouldn't wear this in summer. It's too thick. It's just too much, too full coverage. In winter, maybe when you're not going to sweat one tiny little bit, like I was sweating quite a lot today because where I live is very hot. So, you know, maybe I'll give it another go in the winter because winter's coming up any week now. Well, for me, it'll be autumn, but where I live it gets cold really quickly. The colour match is pretty good. The price is ridiculous for the cakiness of this. Like, I could just go with my BB cream and have a light coverage and it'll look amazing and not pay that much at all. So that is my first impressions on this product. We'll see if I use this in any videos and see if I end up liking it, and I'll wait till winter and see if what I think about it then. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.